So today let us continue with our vocabulary building. So we start with the word pedant, that's P-E-D-A-N-T. And pedant is a person who is too concerned with minor details and rules, or a person who basically wants to show off or display his knowledge. So typically pedant has a somewhat pejorative feel to it, though it's not necessarily the case in every situation. So you have to keep in mind the particular context in which the word is being used here. Now the next word I have is prosaic. That's P-R-O-S-A-I-C, and prosaic means using the style or diction of prose rather than of poetry, or something which is commonplace. So just like prose is the language with which we normally write when we write fiction or non-fiction, and which contrasts to the style of poetry, which typically uses some form of rhyme. So basically prosaic means commonplace. So let's make a sentence with pedant and prosaic. John went through a metamorphosis in the PhD program, slowly becoming a pedant, much to the chagrin of his prosaic family members from the farming community. So again, this is something which can happen to people when they take the scholarly path, that they may lose their family members. Now the next word I have is fortuitous, and this means happening by chance, and it's spelled as F-O-R-T-U-I-T-O-U-S. So let's make a sentence with fortuitous. Many discoveries in science are caused by fortuitous tinkering on the part of the scientists. So this is often the case in many situations, that if you play around with a problem for a sufficiently long time, your subconscious mind will conspire to find a solution, and this solution comes out as a fortuitous solution. The next word I have on my list is coterie, that's C-O-T-E-R-I-E, and coterie is a small group of people with shared tastes or concepts or interests, and especially a coterie is something which excludes different people. So essentially this is also used in a somewhat pejorative sense when we talk of a group of people who have ganged up together to keep some people out. The next word I have is stalwart, and that's S-T-A-L-W-A-R-T, and stalwart means loyal, reliable and hardworking. So let's create a sentence with coterie and stalwart. Though the fluid mechanics research group at the university was derided as a coterie, its members were stalwarts in their field. So again, this is something which happens. Now a word I used here is deride, D-E-R-I-D-E, and deride means express contempt or ridicule. So again, this is somewhat of a strong word which you can use in certain situations. Now the next word I have on my list is profound, that's P-R-O-F-O-U-N-D, profound, and profound means something which is very great or showing a great knowledge or insight into a particular problem. The next word I have is cognoscenti. It's also sometimes pronounced as cognoscenti, that's C-O-G-N-O-S-C-E-N-T-I, and cognoscenti are people who are very well informed on a particular subject or very knowledgeable about a particular subject. So let's create a sentence with profound and cognoscenti. Dr. Rao's profound seminar on quantum mechanics was grasped by a few cognoscenti in the field due to his use of recondite jargon and mathematics. The next word I have is tyro, Tyro, which also means a beginner or novice. Similar words are neophyte as well as the common word rookie, often used in the context of cops and such people. So let's create a sentence with tyro and cognoscenti. All scholars start out as tyros in their field, but with perseverance and hard work, they can become the cognoscenti of their field one day. The next word I have is contrarian, that's CONTRARION, contrarian. And contrarian is a person who rejects popular beliefs, and this is especially used in the context of stock market or market like situation. So essentially, when the market is going up on a certain type of stock or commodity, the contrarian is typically buying all the beaten down stocks or commodities to profit down the road. So again, it is somebody who doesn't follow the herd. So we can use this in a more general context also, which we'll try to do here. So let's create a sentence with contrarian. Kundu picked the contrarian topic of finding closed form solutions of partial differential equations for his PhD problem. This choice resulted in a profound paper in the field of structural dynamics. So again, here we have used the word contrarian as well as profound in this scholarly manner. So again, these were 10 words which you can use to improve your vocabulary as well as to diversify your technical or scholarly writing. And I hope you enjoyed this video. Stay tuned to my channel for more videos on such topics. Thank you very much.